Good afternoon, good people. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Um, First thing first, y'all let me know y'all can hear me and see me. And as always, we'll take it. We'll take it from there. I think I just heard myself, so y'all should hear me too. At least I hope y'all can. Okay, so you can't hear me and see me. All right, cool, cool. All right, well, good afternoon to y'all. Appreciate y'all being in the building. I know it's been a minute since I've been live. Single Mama 4, how you doing? OG, what's going on? Been a minute. You slowly come back around. Hope everything been good with you. All right. Nicole Smith, always showing love. Appreciate you. Miss Single. I saw it was in the building earlier. Mystic Queen. Fate was in here. Hey, Fate, what's going on? I don't know you still here now, but what's good with you? Appreciate you coming through. All right. Nobody boo what's going on. I see you. All right, guys. Well, since y'all say y'all can hear me, y'all can see me, and let's get right into this, all right? All right, guys. Well, you know what? It just a lot just been going on, really, with these stories and everything. It just a lot just been going on, story after story, update after update. You know, man, when will it end? 2022 finna get ready to end in the next few days, and look like with dealing with these children, things like that, it just getting worse and worse. Don't see anything getting better, you know. Then got to sit to another story about something about a child was found under the floorboards or something. Man, what? It just seems like every day is the Grinch. Ugh, every day is the Grinch out there, you know. Just so much fuckery, so much foolery when it comes to these damn children, you know. So I don't know what's in the food, what's in the water, what's in the Kool-Aid, but some gotta give. All right. But let's get back to this story right here. We have another update here. Okay, we have a 10-year-old who killed his mom by the name of Quiana Mann. Her name Quiana Mann. Rest in heaven to the beautiful lady. And the story that was told or has been told that the reason he did this was, one, because she woke him up early, which that one just really get me right there, you know. I understand him getting upset about the virtual headset, but I mean, I'm not giving him a pass, but I understand that more than they saying that one of the reasons he got upset was because she woke him up early. I mean, you're 10 years old. What you supposed to do, sleep all day? I don't know. I'm assuming maybe it was a school day. I don't know. Or maybe it was a weekend or something. Maybe he had chores to do. But the fact that you got mad at her because she woke you up early, wow. Wow. But the main thing is they say he did this over a virtual reality headset because he wanted one and she would get it for him. All right? To give you a quick recap. So since she didn't get it for him, he knew what a gun was. He went and got the key to the gun lock, got the gun out the locked case, got the gun, aimed it at his mom. He said he tried to scare his mom, but the scare went from he actually shot his mom. And this lady is dead. Okay? Then on top of that, according to his grandma or his sister, which one was it? Was his sister or his grandma? One or two. According to them, with no remorse, no feelings in it, He said, "Grandma, I'm sorry for killing my mom, but have my package arrived at the house?" "I'm sorry for killing my mom, but has my package arrived at the house?" I can't make this up. This is what was said. All right. So I'm going to play y'all two videos, and both of them got to do with the family. One, the family has come out. It's not the full interview, but I'm hoping somebody can find me the full interview because I want to hear the full interview of what the family really think about all this. And two, I want y'all to hear something in this first video at the end and tell me what y'all think about this, okay? And without further ado, let's see. He's going to do a little black screen stuff. Let me see.
A Wisconsin murder is gaining national attention right now as the suspect is only 10 years old and the son of the victim.
The boy's legal team is pushing for a reduced bail that matches what's in his piggy bank, which is just $100. Sam Kramer.
Oh, and let me ask y'all that question right there. How many of y'all think his bail should be reduced? How many of y'all feel like his bail should be reduced? All right.
Is in Milwaukee with more on this story.
Calling 22CF4573.
Before a children's court judge, yet charged as an adult, a 10-year-old Milwaukee boy stands accused of murder.
The nature, number, and gravity of the alleged offenses are significant. This is an extremely aggravated offense.
An amended complaint filed Thursday now charges the boy with first-degree reckless homicide or, in the alternative, first-degree intentional homicide. Prosecutors say they'll pursue one or the other.
We believe that both of the facts support either count number one or in the alternative count number two.
Judge Jane Carroll found probable cause in the criminal complaint, which says the boy shot and killed his mother on November 21st at their home near 87th and Calumet. It says the boy first claimed it was accidental before admitting she wouldn't buy him a virtual reality headset. Police say he bought the device from his mother's account after killing her.
That's what's getting me too. I mean, y'all say he got anger issues. I get it. Maybe he do. I'm not here to say yay or nay because that's not my child. I haven't been around him. Maybe he do. But apparently, he must ain't have too much of a mental issue that he knew well off how to go to the computer, how to go to the website, and how to actually purchase this device. So he wasn't too mentally, you ask me now, you know, and I'm not saying mentally people's dumb. I would never tell you that because some of them are actually quite smart. They just may be a little slow developing in small little areas where they probably need prompting and assistance, you know, but I would never tell you that somebody with disability, they are dumb because they not dumb by a long shot.
Told us about piggy banks with savings that he had from gifts, from birthday gifts, and scavenging through cushions in the couch that he's been able to save up.
His public defender asked bail be reduced to $100, the same amount he saved up. But the court kept it at $50,000, noting none of his relatives say they'd serve as his guardian if he was released.
Did y'all hear that? That's what I wanted y'all to hear. Did y'all hear that? And how do y'all feel about that? None of his family will serve as his guardian if he's released. All right? So what that tells me is, okay, y'all coming out and speaking about him and saying y'all think that it's wrong. He being charged as a dope, but I think their minds have changed a little bit according to the next video that we're going to hear. But y'all was speaking against it at first. But now y'all saying that none of y'all will claim him as, y'all won't be his guardian if he gets out. Why not now? Why not? You want to know why? And I don't blame y'all. I'm going to tell you why. Because y'all know it's a risk factor if y'all did. Because y'all know if he did this to his mom, we got upset with his mom, y'all know he's going to do it to y'all. And it may be even worse when he get mad at y'all. All right? So even y'all don't want to deal with him. I don't know about the dad. Okay, so they saying family, I'm assuming they including the dad too. His own dad probably don't want to do nothing with him. I mean, they're just throwing it out there. But when you say family, I'm including everybody who they claim is his immediate family. They not going to deal with him if he gets bail. And again, like I said, I don't blame him because this is hardcore right here. You know, I mean, who would want to put themselves in this situation if he's uncontrollable like that? You know, so, but then again, that's how I feel about it. Maybe some of y'all feel different about it, but I want y'all to hear it again, what they said. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about it. That's why I titled it, Y'all Thoughts. What do y'all think about this?
$100, the same amount he saved up, but the court kept it at $50,000, noting none of his relatives say they'd serve as his guardian if he was released.
The facts of this case warrant significant cash bail.
But you know what? At the same time, after hearing it, it's kind of sad too, because, you know, a lot of times with people dealing with what he's dealing with, you know, you have somebody who can steer them in the right direction, you know. I mean, I do believe, and I'm going to keep preaching this, that in life, you know, a lot of people in your life, they are there to do harm, and a lot of people in your life is there to, they can't have an impact on your life. You know, I guess it all depends on how you take stuff and how you take heed to stuff that they trying to tell you. Maybe he can be rejuvenated if you got the right person around him, but even with that, you know, considering the circumstances of the story, right, that would be even a stretch, you know, because, again, we would have to ask the question now. When all this was going on, when we heard the family come out and say, hey, we did this for him, we did that for him, and it seemed like it wasn't enough, you know, my question would be to the dad, how much did he intervene in his life? You know, how much of a part of was he in his life? Did he come around when only he wanted to, or was he a part-time dad, or was he restricted from coming around him? You know, just stuff like that. You know, only he could tell what the real deal is. But, you know, and hopefully he does come out and state his side, say, hey, you know, the question was asked, you know, where was you at when all this was going on? I would love to hear his side and see what he say, because I would like to know where he was. I would like to know where he was when all this was going on, you know? And another reason why I'm saying that, because maybe, just maybe, who knows, his daddy probably couldn't have been influenced on him where he probably could have calmed all that down. But I don't know. I'm just saying, I really don't know. So I'm kind of sad at the same time when I hear that, because it's like he pretty much is thrown out there now, you know. But again, I can't knock them because it's just too much of a risk factor. It is too much of a risk factor, you know. That boy's dangerous. He's dangerous, you know. So I can't blame him for that. I can't blame him for that. I can't. So, y'all heard that? None of them will, hey, take him under guardianship. Unless I'm hearing that wrong, or unless they mean something else by it. We heard it. Y'all heard it. They will not take him. If he get out, none of them will be his guardian. Man, that's kind of sad. All right. So the next video we're going to hear is the family actually has came out and talk. And again, I'm sure there's a full interview out here somewhere. I hope they release it sometime soon. Because I want to hear this whole thing. I hate when I hear little pieces of it. I want to hear the whole damn thing, you know, from top to bottom. But we can see what we can make out of what we're going to hear right here.
We've been pretty much just shaken to our core.
The headline went viral. A 10-year-old boy accused of killing his mother over a virtual reality headset. Now, this family wants to set the record straight.
I think the biggest misconception is that it was over a VR Oculus headset.
This Milwaukee family suddenly thrust into the national spotlight.
Some days are better than others.
We're not naming the boy per a court order. Last month, prosecutors charged the 4th grader as an adult with intentional homicide for the deadly shooting of his mother, Quiana Mann.
He calls daily, and we have talks. He's not expressed any remorse to me.
For the first time, Mann's sister and mother speaking exclusively with 12 News.
Everybody loved her.
Did you ever think your grandson, your nephew, would be capable of something like this?
But I knew he was capable of something, but not this harsh.
At the time of the tragedy, they say he was in treatment for behavioral issues.
It was recommended by his treatment providers that cell phones, electronic devices be limited because of the violent games that he was playing. So she was literally following his treatment plan when she decided to take his electronic devices, and that is what upset him.
Now, the boy remains locked up in the juvenile detention center, awaiting his next court appearance, and it's exactly where his aunt and grandmother say he belongs.
We just don't know like what his mental state is and what he's capable of.
We have to sleep at night, and he's a roamer. He likes to roam at night. So I don't know. I'd be a little scared.
In Milwaukee, Hillary Mintz, WISN 12 News.
The family tells 12 News they do not object to prosecutors charging the boy as an adult. The 10-year-old is the youngest of Mann's 4 children.
All right, I wanted to play that first, let y'all hear it all the way through. No, so I'm going to play it again. I'm going to give my little analysis of what we heard. But Grandma right, though. She right. You sleep, and if you one of them people who sleep like you in a coma, and one of them heavy sleeps, you don't know what the fuck going on. You don't. And that's where he can get you at the best. So she's right. She's scared. All right, she would be scared. And I don't blame her. And she's an elderly woman and probably gonna only do so much. If he did ever try to attack her, you know, she'd probably be very vulnerable because she probably has so much strength, you know, to try to restrain him. And depending on how strong he is too. Now I want you to understand, age ain't nothing but a number. Just because he's 10 years old, you know, don't mean he ain't got no strength. People who deal with them kind of issues, you'd be amazed how strong them motherfuckers are. You'd be amazed how strong they are. Trust me. When I used to work at Lakeside, this girl was 12 years old, I believe. And I had to not really restrain her, but stop her from doing something what she was trying to do. And that little girl was strong as hell. I'm like, damn, I'm tall and bigger than you. I feel your mass and your muscle. You are strong as hell. All right? It's all this shit pent up at Bill Denham. So, again, guys, let me say this. Don't take age for granted. Don't underestimate it. Okay? Age ain't nothing but a number. Say it with me. Age ain't nothing but a number. If they got the will, they could do it. If they got the will, they could do it. Okay? So, all right. Let's play this again. I'm gonna break some things down the best way that I can.
We've been pretty much just shaken to our core.
The headline went viral. A 10-year-old boy accused of killing his mother over a virtual reality headset. Now, this family wants to set the record straight.
I think the biggest misconception is that it was over a VR Oculus headset.
This Milwaukee...
That's the first thing I want to talk about right there. Okay, ma'am. How's that a misconception that this was over a VR headset? How that's a misconception? Because if anybody who gave out the misconception, it would be the news and the media that's putting it out there like that. That's the only way it could be a misconception because they put it out there like that. But however, though, I think you watering down the situation. This ain't no, I'm not dissing you or anything like that. I'm not talking bad about it. Just hear me out when you say that because he actually went into your sister's account. I mean, your mom account. I think you his sister. He went into your mom account and bought exactly what they saying that he killed her over. So how is that a misconception? If that's what he did, he killed her and went and ordered this VR set. And according to you, ma'am, you said he had no remorse when he apologized. He had no remorse and turned around and asked his grandma, did my package arrive at the house? So, okay. I don't know what the misconception is. I'm sorry. Anybody else see something different? Hey, Carla, what's going on? Where's the misconception at? You know, now, again, she could be right. But my question to her is, okay, if you don't think that's what it is, it's over a VR set, then tell me what is over. Or is it over? Is it just because she woke him up early? He killed her just for that? Look, guys, this is why I tell y'all. I understand when family members get in trouble, y'all don't want to make them look bad in front of the camera. I get that. Even for him, they don't want to make him look bad in front of the camera. I understand that. Okay, trust me, I understand that to the fullest. But we as people had to start calling stuff out like we see it. You know, even if I disagree, even if it's me, if I agree or disagree. You all calling out what you see in your eyes about me. Now, let's put me in this young man's shoes. I say to one of y'all, I want a VR set. And I'm right there in your face. You told me, Chris, I love you, I fuck with you, but I'm not finna buy you that. You a grown ass man. I turn around and shoot you. What is the misconception? What is the misconception? Then I take your card or your money, put it in my account, and go order this headset. How in the hell that's a misconception? You didn't get it for me. I got mad, I killed you, and I went and got what I wanted. Where's the misconception? Where's the misconception? It may be something I'm missing. Where's the misconception? And another reason why I said that, because even though you may want to water it down and say that it is a misconception, I still did what I did, and it's bad. It is a bad situation that I did. It's bad. It's bad. So you have to start right there and call it out like it is. It's bad. There's nothing good about that. It's all bad. Okay? It's all bad. So I don't get where she coming from with that. Unless she know more about the story than what's being put out there, then maybe I can see it. But that's why I need to hear the whole interview, because maybe it's more to it than what we hearing right here. Amen. Guys, if y'all haven't, please hit thumbs up for your boy, and bring some more people in who want to hear this, all right?
Family suddenly thrust into the national spotlight.
Some days are better than others.
We're not naming the boy per a court order. Last month, prosecutors charged the fourth grader as an adult with intentional homicide for the deadly shooting of his mother, Quiana Mann.
He calls daily, and we have talks. He's not expressed any remorse to me.
For the first time, Mann's sister and mother.
And still not expressing any remorse, like she putting it out there. The young man still ain't expressing no remorse. So, I mean, I don't know what the misconception is. I don't know.
They're speaking exclusively with 12 News.
Everybody loved her.
Did you ever think your grandson, your nephew, would be capable of
this is auntie.
Something like this?
But I knew he was capable of something, but not this harsh.
At the time of the tragedy, they say he was in treatment for behavioral issues.
It was recommended by his treatment providers that cell phones, electronic devices be limited because of the violent games that he was playing. So she was literally following him.
How many times I preached that to y'all about these cellular phones and shit like that? How often do I say that on my show? Okay, y'all don't be listening to me. How do I say that about my show? That's the main problem right there. Them damn electronic devices, nobody pay attention to them when you give it to them. You give it to them and you let them run wild with it, all right? Then we're going to talk about the video game, because I think the Real AK mentioned something about this last time I spoke in this story. He said this could be a possibility that he was doing that, and we got confirmation. He was playing violent video games, okay? And I'm pretty much sure one of the video games he was playing was GTA, one of the most violent video games that's out there. Unless you want to call Call of Duty, that's one of them too, depending on how you're looking at it, okay? But everybody look at Grand Theft Auto as one of the most violent games out there, because all the stuff that you could do in that game. I tell you what. Why was he playing violent video games, and who was allowing him to do it? Okay? Now, unless he was sneaking and doing it, that's one thing. But it sounds like to me how she putting it, the mom probably letting him have his little fun, play a little game, when I probably wasn't paying it no mind, and say, hey, she didn't think it was no harm, no foul. And I can understand that. No harm, no foul. I let him play the video game. Okay? But here's my thing, though. I don't think she needed a treatment program to tell her to do that. And here's why I say that. Because according to the family, if he already been dealing with anger issues, that should be an automatic given right there. Take that shit away from him. He don't need that, because he already got anger issues as it is. He didn't need that. All right? Let's go even further with this. Let's go outside the box. Cellular phones, devices, and shit like that. What story I just did the other day, the video I just did, and a lot of people doing the video. What's that girl name? Kayla Bridge. You know what's going on? What went on with her? she had a cellular phone. Not only she had a cellular phone, but she had social media, in which I was told she had TikTok. And now I heard, I can't confirm this. Any of y'all who know the story, maybe y'all can confirm this for me. But saying she was on TikTok, acting like a grown woman, pretty much talking like a grown woman, and dressing like a grown woman. All right? And then on top of that, they said this young lady at 11 years old packed her bags and left with this grown man. Okay? So apparently she had to be talking to this grown man somewhere. Okay? So, what's my thing I always tell y'all? With these cell phones, children that young, all they need is a phone that talk and text. No cameras, no anything they do videos, or no anything that allows them to get on social media. As long as the phone, text, and talk, leave it at that. Because y'all see where this shit is going now. Again, I'm happy that that young girl was found safe because they believe she's going to get sold into sex trafficking. But then somebody said something in my comment section that made a lot of sense. They say they don't think sex trafficking was involved because if that was the case, they probably would never brought her back. And I said, well, that's a good point too. So whoever these two men was that brought her back, I don't know. Maybe they had to change their mind, or maybe they had to change their heart about this girl and say, no, we finna take her ass back home. And I thank them for doing that, for taking her back home. All right? But just think about that, though, what led to her doing that. Social media, these damn cell phones, taking pictures. Like one picture I told y'all in the video where she had the camera up here, and you just look at her. She damn near like she 15 and 16 years old when she took the camera shot overhead. She looked like she was damn near 15 and 16-year-old then. Let's go even further with that. Y'all remember Monty Stevens, the other 11-year-old, can run away with that grown man? Her grandmama, living under her grandma's roof. She lost her dad, living on her grandma's roof, talk to these people online or whatnot, and end up meeting these grown men. And kept meeting with them or whatnot. Now, some of y'all say, hey, the reason she probably kept on doing it because maybe he was threatening the family. Maybe he was. I don't know. But still, the action at hand. And also, I'm going to tell y'all what's the similarity between the two stories. Both of them stories, somebody almost got in trouble that had nothing to do with it. Y'all hear me? Both of them stories involving them two 11-year-old girls got people dragged into it that had nothing to do with it. I read in that story I did about Arcala. They said they looked into a guy, they thought he had something to do with it, and he was cleared. I said, wow. Wow. And we gonna act like this not a problem. We gonna act like that internet is not a problem for these young girls and these young boys, especially the young girls. We gonna act like it's not a problem? No. That's where the problem is right there. Y'all acting like it's not a problem. That is the problem, okay? That is the problem. And yet again, we got a 10-year-old. Same thing. On his phone, playing violent video games. These VR sets showing how realistic the game can get and all this. So I can understand that SP, he felt like he was entitled to one. And his thing probably was, shit, you been letting me doing all this, you know what I'm saying? Why can't I get it? You know? She probably put him in his place, and it made him upset. Made him upset. So again, y'all hearing these stories? Y'all hearing these young people with these uppity phones, iPhones, and all these uppity Android phones that I still don't believe no 10 or 11-year-old should have. All right? I feel like they should not have them. But you folks, y'all be getting these folks these uppity phones and they just running wild. So by her saying that right there, that was the main problem right there, what he was doing. And I think when the mom tried to follow the program, it almost sounded like it may have been too late to try to follow it, you know? And I'm not victim blaming. I'm not blaming her for anything. I'm just saying, you know, when she tried to do it, maybe it was already too late because he was already too deep with playing these violent ass games or whatnot and into their phone. All right, I'm gonna let y'all hear it again though.
Cell phones, electronic devices be limited because of the violent games that he was playing. So she was literally following his treatment plan when she decided to take his electronic devices, and that is what upset him.
Now, the boy remains locked up in the juvenile detention center awaiting his next court appearance, and it's exactly where his aunt and grandmother say he belongs.
We just don't know like what his mental state is and what he's capable of.
We have to sleep at night, and he's a roamer. He likes to roam at night. So I don't know. I'd be a little scared.
Well, Grandma, if I'm not mistaken, though, one you one of the main ones that was against him being charged, or you just against him being charged as an adult. Okay? But now on here, you singing a whole different tune. Now, I could be wrong. But I think you were one of the ones that was against him being charged. But don't quote me on that, guys. I could be wrong on that. But however, though, if I am true when I say that she was against it, you'd have woke up and realized what you was going to be dealing with. If y'all did, let him come stay with you. And trust me, I don't blame either one of y'all. I don't at all. So if anybody give me y'all flack talking about y'all wrong for not want to take guardianship for him or whatnot, look, I'll say to them, fuck you. Because you know why? It's easy for you to come at me and tell me that because you're not in that situation. Your kids may not try to kill you or have these issues where they're going to kill somebody in your family. So it'd be easy for you to critique me and say that I'm wrong for not doing X, Y, Z. But you are entitled to your opinion about that, okay? Because with a situation like this, it's a matter of life and death. We're dealing with this young man. It's a matter of life and death, okay? And nobody's not going to let anybody just sit there and kill them. They're gonna defend them damn selves, okay? You're gonna kill me, we're gonna go down fighting. I'm sorry. Even if it is a 10-year-old. If I had a 10-year-old and he wanna feel frog or she wanna feel frog and trying to kill me, let's do it. And if you succeed, you did it with a fight. You did it with a fight. If you succeed, you did it with a fight. And it's sad that I hear the grandma said she would be scared. That hurts my heart. That does. That really hurt my heart. Because y'all shouldn't be scared. Y'all shouldn't be scared. You know, but I understand. And I don't knock you for it. But I tell you one thing though, my grandma Rosalie Chandler, rest her soul, I bet you wouldn't try that with her. I bet you wouldn't. As a matter of fact, you probably even had them having them problems out of him that y'all having now. Okay? Because again, I'm an 80s baby. Them 80s grandmas and granddaddies did not fuck around. Amen? They didn't fuck around. You try them, they're going to try you back. Right, living dog. You had to sleep with one eye open. I hope he don't stab you in that eye that's open. My grandma was like, hit me and I hit you back. Hit me if you want to, I'm going to hit you back. And this wasn't no digital underground, kiss me and I kiss you back. Wasn't no shimmy, Cocoa Puff. Wasn't none of that stuff. Grandma said, skip the shimmy, Cocoa Puff. She said, hit me and I hit you back. asked to have these issues that he got, if he really got it, that'd be the thing too, if he really got it. A part of me is telling me he really ain't got it. I don't know. If it is, maybe it's moderate to mild. I don't know. But however, though, whatever he is dealing with, he didn't ask to have that. That's one thing I really preach about these children or anybody who's autistic or schizophrenic who deal with any of them kind of mental illness. Nobody asked to have that stuff. It's just unfortunate. A lot of people haven't, and they had to deal with it. But on the fortunate side of it, a lot of people learn how to deal with it. I don't know if the ladies in my chat room, I forget what her name is, but she told me that her and her son is autistic. Her and her son is autistic. And y'all remember I asked, I said, well, what do y'all do to cope with, if y'all having kind of issues coming up or whatnot? And she said in the chat room what they do. And she said one thing about them is they don't like loud noises. And she's telling the truth about that. A lot of people who are autistic, they cannot stand loud noises. It triggers them. They cannot stand it. Because it is triggering to them. But even for her, who came in the chat room, said that she didn't ask to have that. Just unfortunate that they got that. It's just unfortunate for a lot of people. That's why I would never make fun of anybody who dealing with that. I never make fun of their children or none of that stuff, because if you ask me, when you making fun of people like that, whenever you try to create a young seed, you asking for your child to come out like that because you making fun of somebody else's child that's like that. They're just like you wishing death on somebody. I do believe when you wish death on somebody, you actually taking off some of your life. And it's going to happen to you first before it happens to them. Unless if you want to see them dead that bad, you're going to go and do it yourself. All right. So again, rest in heaven to Miss Quiana. I hate this happened to her, beautiful lady. But at the end of the day, if you really looked at everybody who been following this story or everybody who been listening to me analyze this story, if you look at it at the end of the day, no matter what y'all did for this boy, he was never satisfied. He was never satisfied. Y'all could have gave him the moon. He would not have been satisfied. Do you know how many kids who would love to have all these parties and stuff and gatherings y'all doing for him? There are a lot of kids who are unfortunate. They don't have nobody that love them enough to do that shit for them. And he was getting all of that. And it still wasn't enough. And the lady who gave birth to him died by his hands. And that's sad. And that is so sad. Ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for listening. This is all I got for y'all for this update. Let me go look at some more stuff that people been sending me, because they've been sending me shit just for the past few days. Y'all saw my community post about the car and whatnot. I'm very grateful that folks was able to work with me to put me in a car, but I look at that as a gift and a curse about getting that car. Yeah, I kind of look at it both ways, because now with the other car, I gotta figure out what's gonna happen with that one, because they didn't take it. So I gotta find some way to, which I don't know if anybody gonna take that or whatnot, because I even call the people who I'm paying the car note to, say, hey, there's really nothing I can do with this car right now. It's just a sitting duck, And the lady say, hey, it's a possibility we could take it back. It's a possibility that we won't take it back. So that's why I say it's a gift and a curse. It's a gift because people worked with me and gave me a car that I can actually drive and get back and forth where I need to go. But it's a curse because I don't know how bad this other car is going to damage me or whatnot, But we'll see what happens. Y'all know me, I always keep my head up, and we'll just see what happens. All right. But y'all take care, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace out.